All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, seem basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
Was good, was good, was good, man. CamJNetwork with the pop-up live, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Had to pop up on y'all today, man. Had some time today to pop up with a show. Well, it ain't gonna stop us from the regular scheduled show for Wednesday. We will be live at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. But sorry, but not sorry, Boxing Talk Wednesdays. But had to pop up on y'all, man, with some content, man. It's been a couple of days, you know what I mean? You feel me? My boy Savage Bro, salute to my dog, man. Salute to my boy Savage Bro in the building, man. What's popping with you, my brother, man? Hope all is well with you, man. Got that natty coming up, man. You already know Indiana that's coming up. Can't wait to see that shit. Yeah, man. But we definitely here with it today, man. Got a lot to cover, man, for real. A lot to cover, real talk, man. It's been some interesting things going on in the boxing world in recent time, and man, for sure. So, wanted to come up here, cook up, talk about some of the stuff that's going on, you feel me? And you know what I'm saying? We gonna rock out, man. We gonna see what's popping out here, you feel me? So all right, so over this past weekend, we know it was a couple fights this past weekend. Um, one of the fights was one of the main heavyweight contenders in recent time, Adrian Cavill. This this past Saturday morning, that being, and let me go ahead and run a little clip from his fight in particular. And as you go in the building, make sure y'all hit the like button, man, before we get to cooking for sure. We definitely gonna have a good show today. We're gonna have a crazy show today. We're gonna get active for sure. My boy AJ64, man. Salute to my dog, man. What's popping with you, brother? What's popping with you? So yeah, I want to get to this first topic real quick with AJ Cavill. real quick before we get in the whole flow of the whole show. You already know we like to build with some news and then we build into some of the hot topics. Yeah, I mean, and cook up from there. We already know the main topic, talking about Vergil Ortiz Jr. ducking that boy Boost Ennis in 4K, man, since the face-off, man. And that's the main topic, and you already know that's the last topic we're gonna get into. But let's get into this first John first right here. So let's play this clip.
Positive sign for Cabell. He feels his body well done. A couple of right hands, and now Neva's in trouble here. 50 seconds left in the third round. It's all Cabell, and Neva's in danger of falling apart.
He's showing a good chin though here, Neva.
Oh, right hand again. The flurry of shots that he puts together are so eye-catching, but so hurtful. His legs already are starting to feel it. And not Lyson steps in, and Agit Cabell has won in the third round, and that.
Crazy right there, man. Ajit Cabiel right there, man. Stopping your boy Niger, man. And three right there, man. Definitely one of them guys right now in the heavyweight division for sure. Of course, after the fight, he called out Alexander Usyk. Before the fight, he was talking about Alexander Usyk before his.
I don't know if
And of course, man, me personally, in my opinion, of course, you already know right now, Cabiel, he's not going to fight Usyk next. Usyk's most likely going to fight Wilder, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So, real interesting as far as what Ajit Cabiel's next move. But I did see something because some people they was asking him after the fight. Two Sizzle was good with my boy, man. Salute to my dog, man. Two Sizzle. Let me rent you up, boy. Hold on, let me rent my dog up, man. That's my guy. Yeah. Um, it was some talks with Cabiel pertaining to um Tyson Fury. And then, of course, he already done mentioned that he wouldn't fight Tyson Fury due to the fact that he has a close relationship with Tyson Fury, and he said that he, helped him a lot in his career. So, as a caveat, real interesting for him right there to say that he wouldn't fight Tyson Fury in particular, because I feel like bro, he's one that'd be a great fight. You know what I'm saying? Other than Fury getting it in with one of these other guys, it looked like Fury's about to take a tune up, and then he's going to get into a major fight right now. So, but Cabiel shooting for the Usyk fight. That's if they feel the money is there. That's if Usyk in particular feel the money is there for the fight, for the fight to happen in particular. But I don't see Usyk really, having Ajit Cabiel in his plans right now. Honestly, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But we'll definitely stay interested and stay in tune on that situation with Ajit Cabiel. But good, good showing from Ajit Cabiel. In his hometown of Germany, it was electric out there too, man. And he got the stoppage in the third round, man, for sure. So salute to the bull, Ajit Cabiel, man. One of my favorite heavyweights right now. And I seen some people they was talking like, um, Atuma stop him and saying that, as a caveat's food for other heavyweights and stuff. I don't know, man. As a caveat look like he's definitely one of them guys, man. So we'll stay tuned for sure, man. And heavyweight news just to keep going. Um Fight that was supposed to happen this next week with Jermaine Franklin and Moses Atuma. Speaking of Moses Atuma, the fight has been postponed to March 28th. So Moses Atuma, he ended up getting an injury in camp, and they now are postponing this fight. Salute to the boxing scene on this report as well, too. By the way, um, yeah, Moses Atuma fight postponed to March 28th. Um, ain't nothing but a couple of months away. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure he good and everything. Uh, they didn't break down what the actual injury is with Moses Atuma, but we'll stay tuned on that situation as well, man. Definitely interested in that perspective with Moses because a lot of people was ready for this fight. I feel like this is a showcase fight for Moses Atuma in particular, and obviously it's postponed to March 28th now. So we're gonna keep it going with some more news right here You got Hamza Shiraz right here, man. Here's the purse bid with Diego Pacheco right now. So they're hitting the purse bid in this fight in particular. And no, this was a fight that was ordered by the IBF. And of course, Hanson Shiraz, he's a person that really got some options for real. And this is from Spencer Brown right here, speaking about Hamza Shiraz, saying, I think the Billy fight for the vacant WBC 168-pound title is the obvious option for Hamza Shiraz. So he got two options, as far as, fight with Pacheco or Hamza Shiraz, or, or he got another option with Billy. You know what I'm saying? It's just really what's the easier path in particular for Pacheco. I mean, for Hamza Shiraz, do Hamza Shiraz feel Pacheco is an easier path to get the title, or does he feel Billy is? I feel like he feel both of them probably is personally in general. Salute to my dog, Crush the Legend, man. Salute to my boy, man. And make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, Crush the Legend, man. For sure, man. Salute, brother. Yeah, I think it's whether what Shiraz feel like. Do he feel like Pacheco or Billy is easier? Which one? You know what I mean? So he do got a couple of options right now in play, and of course, in everything. And we'll stay tuned to the situation as far as that with Pacheco in particular. But I wouldn't mind seeing them fight either guy. You know what I'm saying? I like both fights for Shiraz, either guy with Billy or Pacheco. I really want to see Billy fight Lester Martinez in a rematch, honestly. They need to order that back and run that fight back. You know what I mean? And in my personal opinion, it should be Hamza Shiraz fighting Pacheco and Billy fighting Lester Martinez since they had a whole draw. You feel me? That's just how I feel personally. You know what I'm saying? But of course, they be sanctioned bodies. They be making different moves out here, man. They be wild out here, dog. Salute to my dog Clarence McClain, man. What's popping with you, brother, man? Hope all is well with you, my dog. Hey, and make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Clarence McClain. No, Doug's on podcast, my brother. He been active on the content, man. So definitely subscribe to my brother, man, for sure. So we can go and move on to this next one. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, we got some footage to drop. So let's go ahead and get into this topic because this is a topic we're gonna get into right here. It's very little heated a little bit for some people. That some people ain't gonna like this a little bit, but we're gonna get into it. Matter of fact, nah. Let me fact. I'm gonna start off with this other topic first. Let's go ahead and get into this right here first before I get into that. All right, man. So the other day, bro, it was nasty work the other day, bro, with Richardson Hitchens, man, the other day. Matter of fact, no, I gotta play that first. No. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let me go to my other topic. Let me do that. All right. So it was nasty work Saturday, man. It was a couple other fights too. Javier Herrera, he fought on that same card with Ajay Cabiel, and he got a knockout in his fight. He got knocked down early in the fight, but then he ended up, stopping this guy. It was kind of weird because he knocked the ref out in the process. He knocked the ref down in the process of that knockout and everything. And it was a weird stoppage on that behalf too. Nasty work though. But salute to Javier Herrera for getting him a dub this past Saturday as well. And but let's get into the main fight that happened this past Saturday. Everybody was intrigued too, and obviously we got to pop some shit and talk about this one. Let's go and get into it, man. The boy Sabril Matias versus Dalton Smith, dog. Nasty work, man. Nasty work.
Jab. Again. Right hand again. Subriel Matias is wobbled and he says, come on. Down he goes.
Cuatro, cinco, seis, siete.
Matias is all over the place. And that is it. Dalton Smith.
Now I ain't gonna lie, man. I felt like the stoppage was kind of like premature in my opinion, man. I felt like Matias was good enough to go. Yeah, he did get dazed and get get knocked down on that in particular, but I felt like the stoppage was a little bit premature on in my opinion in general. But of course, man, Dalton Smith gets a fifth round stoppage over Sabril Matias, man. which definitely shocked the whole boxing culture, in particular this past weekend. And definitely, I ain't gonna lie, definitely shocked me. But it was weird just watching the fight though. Coming in, Sabril just didn't look motivated there coming in the ring. Like, and you know what I'm saying? That even starting off this fighting, it just didn't look like a real Sabril Matias in this fight in 100%, man. Like, it was just kind of weird watching this fight with Sabril Matias. He was just letting Dalton Smith have his way, picking shots at him and everything. And, like, it was just a weird fight, bro. It was a weird fight, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Weird fight. But, yeah, AJ, yeah, bro. A lot of people believe the same thing. A lot of people believe he drained, man. I remember Shabril Matias after the fight watching some interviews. He said that he was, he felt fine, weight wise and everything. And the real interesting factor about it is the fact that that boy, the Oscar and shit. A lot of these guys be screaming the Oscar and be working for other guys and shit. The Oscar ain't work for this shit. Salute to my brother Jay, man. You already know my dog, man. You already know 513 shit, my dog, man. Salute to my dog Jay, man. You already know, dog. Yeah, man. The Austrian didn't work in this case for Sabril Matias, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes back to the case. It goes back to the case. Uh, when y'all talk about Sabril Matias and stuff, like the Austrian stuff, I seen Devin Haney make his little post talk about cheaters never win and everything. The thing is, we got cases where some of the cheaters, didn't win. You know what I'm saying? Where it looked more obvious in the case of Ryan Garcia, where the shit was contaminated in his case as well, and he cooked the motherfucker. But you got two cases of Oscar that we know of two fighters that then got whooped with Oscar. You know what I'm saying? And this is a display of one. This is the first display of one right here with Sabril Matiz. Of course, he was on Oscar. Started off, a little bit where the NY, SAC, they didn't, further let him go on fighting because it met the threshold and everything. It was below the threshold. So you got that right there. And we remember another fight where a guy was on Iceland. Kell Brook fighting Amir Khan. Amir Khan was on Iceland and got stopped by Kell Brook in the sixth round in 2022. And I'm just saying, the Austrian don't do shit for these guys, man, in these fights. The Austrian don't fucking matter, bro. It's to help you fucking lose weight, to cut weight. And in the case of, of course, a guy like Ryan Garcia, obviously he didn't make weight. Obviously he didn't have no endurance in the fight because he was fighting in spaces. We done talked about this several times. And I'm just saying in general, when it comes down to this Austrian shit, Austrian don't make you no damn Superman. It don't make you into, the guy that's just gonna come out just knocking any and everything out. And it just be nasty work, man, to see that shit play in 4K for real, man. For real. And Sabril Matias, he's another incident right here where it basically saying that the Austrian didn't mean shit. Him being on Austrian didn't mean shit because it got his ass stopped in the fifth round. But you let the Devon fans, you gonna let them continue to call out Austrian, when we're seeing cases right here where the Austrian don't mean shit. Salute to my brother Thrill. He said, all offense and no defense will eventually get you beat. Facts. Facts. And with Sabril Matias, you see it wasn't much offense from him for real, honestly. He was in there looking like a punching bag in there, just letting Dalton Smith have his way. He was doing anything he wanted to do. My boy AJ said maybe he should move to 147. Yes, I definitely believe so too as well. I believe so. He probably make a move to 147 and see what's popping up there, man. If he felt like he was drained. Motherfucker probably said he wasn't. He didn't feel like he was drained, but I believe he was capping though. Personally, in my opinion, my boy J Man said Matias got cooked. Facts. he said he said how the fuck cheaters never win when Ryan beat his ass. Man, exactly, exactly, bro. It's because of the fact that the man Devin didn't have no great defense in this fight, man, with Ryan Garcia. And the crazy part, still to the fact, the whole Haney clan, the Hanos clan, they be having their little meetings and shit over there and talk about shit, but they don't never be talking about getting a lick back with Ryan Garcia. They talk about fighting Lewis Crocker, a fight that they ain't gonna fucking get. My boy Ryan Walker, salute to my dog Ryan Walker. He said Devin is just scared of Ryan and is building his case to avoid Ryan. Absolutely, that's what it looks to me. It looks to me the same exact way. The same exact way. Facts. My boy J Man said Ryan just didn't win and outpoint him. Ryan literally beat the brakes off Devin. Facts, bro. And the thing is, you can still see Devin tentative with his fighting style still. Even with the Brian Norman fight. Yeah, he knocked him down in the second round, but then he didn't go for the kill. You know what I'm saying? He got off the gas brakes and just coasted through the rest of the fight because he felt like he was going to be able to fight on the outside and mix it up on the inside and beat Brian Norman, and which he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you can still see like he's still a little tentative out there fighting for real. He ain't 100% confident 100%. Even though that fight made it gave him some more confidence though. But we'll see though. We shall see. We shall see, man. But it is real fucking interesting for sure. Just go down a little bit. My boy Ryan Walker said Matias looked punch drunk and chinny. Yeah, man, bro. It was about. I felt like the stoppage was a little premature, though. I ain't gonna hold you though. I felt like the stoppage was a little bit premature, and no, even though Sabrina Matias, he said I felt it was a bad stoppage, or I don't know. In other cases, I would have preferred that he went out on the shield, that he would have finished him. You know what I mean, personally. Yeah. Now, with that being said, you got Alberto Puello. With him being the mandatory for the winner of this fight, he's up in line next for Dalton Smith now. So most likely you're going to get the WBC order in this fight between Alberto Puello and Dalton Smith next, in particular. And let's get into some other shit. Salute to my dog Blue. Blue, what's good with my dog Blue, man? What's popping with you, bruh? What's popping with you? Oh, Mr. Hacker in the comments crying. He's still crying. Oh yeah, man. Y'all still got this still silliness. Matias was under the legal limit way before the fight. Ryan was 60 times over the limit. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up, man. See, they still crying, bro. Still crying, dog, about that damn Austrian, dog. They gonna cry about that shit forever. Why don't y'all just tell that man to fight? Just tell him to fight. Tell him to fucking fight, bro. Y'all be doing all that extra talking wild shit. Just tell the man to fight. Fucking Ryan. Y'all ain't pushing for him to fight Ryan. Y'all pushing for him to fight Lewis Cocker and shit and Jack Catterall and Keyshawn Davis and shit. Salute to my dog, Mr. Ogarincic, man. Salute to my brother, man. Salute, bro. All right, man. So let's get into speaking of Dalton Smith. All right, somebody had some words to talk about with Dalton Smith, man. Um, which no, it was personally, it was the boy Richardson Hitchens. So Richardson Hitchens, he said, no, Devin Haney, I want to fight you, fuck Dalton Smith. And then, of course, no, Devin Haney talking about, mind you, all he do this He said he said all he do is just cause I fucked up. He said, mind you, he do all of this cause I fucked this bitch. Talk about no Richardson Hitchens wanting to fight Devin Haney. Then Devin Haney responds to Richardson Hitchens talk about what wanting to fight him. He said, "You call out everybody to fight nobody. Me, Keyshawn, T.O., Matias, Gary Russell, Brian Norman, Jermaine Ortiz, Frank Martin. You just be clout chasing, bro. Get in the field, fuck boy." And salute to my boy D1 in the building, man. And my boy Zach B, Ruben Langford coming in the building, man. Just getting in here. Let's get in here. We getting here to the hot topics too. All right, so Devin Haney responds to to Richards and his is pretty much. And it says that this boy calling out everybody to not fight nobody. He just cloud chasing, which is real interesting coming from Devin Haney in particular. And then you got Africa. He responds to him talking about, "I called you and T.O. out, fuck nigga. Everyone else called me out. Pay attention before you speak. And I'm willing to fight anybody. And you definitely first in line. I will smoke you." So then you got Devin returning another tweet back saying, "You turned down 1.5 million to fight Keyshawn then too, but then turned around and accepted 700K to fight Jermaine Ortiz. You are duck. If I'm lying, I'm dying." So this boy up there, Devin cooking this boy right here. He said, "Why didn't you take the fight with Keyshawn for 2 million?" Right there. Because the boy Richards and Hitchens talking about, "I made right around seven figures to fight Cambosis. Why would I go backwards and fight for 700K?" Right there. But apparently he was offered 2 million a fight. Was I wondering how Devin know these numbers. Then this nigga Africa responds saying, "Imagine a nigga suing his baby mother and a nigga that beat him up. What hood is this funny face nigga from?" So Africa right there, he deflects. He deflects the whole situation from Devin right here and start talking about Devin personal shit, which is some gay shit right there in particular, because of the fact you getting off of what Devin Haney is asking you about boxing, getting into some goofy personal shit. Then Devin Haney responds and says, "Imagine turning down 2 million and you broke." So this man Devin is flexing on his boy Keyshawn. No cap. He's cooking this guy right here in this instance for real. And then the boy Africa finally responds saying, "I don't know who told you them numbers or that lie. You go funny face man. I ain't turned down shit. And the offer stopped at 2 million for Keyshawn. We wanted 2.5 to 3 M's for that fight. But why you saying everyone else name in the offer for you guy? See if I decline." So this is my problem right here, man. This is my I want to say this, bro. This is totally my problem right here with this man. With this man, motherfucking Africa right here. Africa just got ordered to fight Oscar Duarte. Now he just got ordered to fight Oscar Duarte. So now they're talking about having Africa possibly fight on the Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios card, possibly coming up, or another card in March, possibly. So you about to be in a fight possibly with Oscar Duarte. You up here calling out Devin Haney, knowing Devin Haney at 147. You had a situation where you and Keyshawn Davis was literally in negotiations. Y'all literally was in negotiations. And y'all not even fighting. Like they done offer you 2 million. You talking about you want 2.5, 3 million and shit. What the fuck? Africa, you ain't getting crazy bread like that, bro, on fights. You ain't getting over a meal every damn fight, man. Like this man Africa is really thinking he on some superstar shit. What happened to Frank Martin? Like what happened to all the smoke with Frank Martin? Frank last week we just put the content up on the last show about this shit. About Frank Martin and damn Africa. Frank Martin said, "Yo, hit my peoples up. What's up? What's up?" This man Africa talking about hit my peoples up. Like they trying to get the fight done. This man didn't want no smoke. The man just went straight to his mandatory with Oscar Duarte, which is a dangerous fight, by the way. That's not an easy fight if you think about it. It's really not. It's not the easiest fucking fight for them, no Africa. But Africa out here calling out all these guys, and Devin Haney is 100% right. This man Africa's calling out all of these guys and not fighting none of them. He ain't want smoke with Matias. He went totally away from Matias. Even despite Matias just got his ass stopped this past weekend. He didn't before that. He didn't want no fucking smoke with Matias. He didn't want no smoke with no Gary Russell. You calling out all of these guys, Frank Martin, and then you don't want to fight none of these guys. Have Africa even fought a black fighter? I don't even think Africa even fought a black fighter yet. I don't even think fucking Africa has fought a black fighter. Y'all can look at the resume and see he probably have in the past, but in recent time, and he damn sure haven't. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at the guys he done fought in recent time, man. You got Lemos, uh, Leon Pyro, and Cambosis. Both of them guys, both Australian. Lemos, I think, I don't know if he's Spanish or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he hasn't even fought no black fighters in recent time. And we read some of these comments, man. Y'all going crazy here. Rob Rocket said these dudes are clowns. He wants more for one fight than he made in his career. Exactly. Like it should be no reason why this man is talking about I want 2.53 million to fight fucking Keyshawn. Not to we didn't even forget the fact that he didn't even fight Jermaine Ortiz. He's supposed to be the co-main on this damn card with Shakur and Teofimo Lopez, and he ain't even want to fight damn Jermaine Ortiz. Like this shit is getting ridiculous from Africa, bro. Like as a champion, bro, Africa is looking real fucking shaky over there. He's looking like a pure duck out here, just in front of the amongst everybody. Looking like a pure duck in the building, man. And salute to my brother Dean, man. Salute to my brother Dean. I see you in the building, bro. Yeah, man. And this shit, Devin Haney, he definitely got his shit off on this one in particular, bro. Because it makes no sense for Africa to be out here asking for more money and you're not holding no value. The man Eddie Hearn himself is the guy that said that you done lost him bread. They done put money into you to where shit. Turkey out of she said shit. I ain't want to deal with Africa. Let Eddie Hearn deal with him. I'm not fucking with him on no Ring magazine shit unless he fucking with Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? Because of course Keith Conley is Africa manager, the same manager that Teofimo Lopez and Connor Ben had. And of course they with that being said, Keith Conley, he's trying to work him back in the match room. And right now, Eddie Hearn in a recent interview said he don't know if 100% if that's going to happen 100%, but they're trying to work it out. So you know what I'm saying? We don't know 100% if Africa is on Matchroom or not, but look like that's most likely the deal. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother Shell, bro. Man, what's popping with you, my boy, man? What's popping with you? Yeah, man. Hey, AJ, for real, bro. Oscar Duarte fighting Africa. Oscar Duarte has been on a tear since he lost to Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Like Oscar Duarte is not no easy motherfucking fight. That boy can crack, man. That Spanish motherfucker can crack for real. Like real shit. Like real shit. That boy can crack, man, for real. Dead ass. And in other news, man. All right, so of course, the other day they officially announced Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia for February 21st in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena, man. And this is some of the potential fights on the card, possibly right here. Of course, we was talking about with the IBF title eliminator with them coming to a purse bid with Frank Sanchez and Richard Torres in recent time. That's a fight that possibly may land on this card. Mark Magsayo, PBC guy, fighting Michael Magnesi right there. That's a good solid fight for the 130-pound division right there. Gary Anton Russell, the fight that we know a lot of fans been wanting to see from Gary, fighting this mandatory, and Andy Hiroka, a tough fight at 140 for Gary Anton Russell. That's another fight that can possibly land on this card. And then, of course, Armando Resendez, both of them guys with Jaime Magia, they're in negotiations to lock in the fight. At first, originally, it was Edgar Berlanga, but it looked like it's not Edgar Berlanga anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now it's looking more so leaning to Jaime Magia because Jaime Magia ended up turning down the fight with Pacheco in recent timing. So definitely interested in this card. The card is okay. Is it a fire card? Salute to Vacay Bay, man. Everybody make sure y'all subscribe to Vacay Bay, man. She definitely be cooking up over there, man. Salute to Vacay Bay, man, for sure. Um Now, is this card 100% a fire card from top to bottom with 50-50 fights and shit? You feel me? Not in particular to me. I mean, I feel like the Frank Sanchez and Richard Torres, I can say it's 50-50 in a sense. Um, Mark Masayo, Michael Menezes, I edge Maxayo on that one. Um, no, Armando Resendez. We don't know what we'll get out of that Resendez and McGee fight. Some people may want to lean Resendez, maybe, but a lot of people with experience and knowing Jaime McGee with his history, some people probably go with Jaime. So that's really maybe that's an up in the air fight in a sense. In reality, no cap. And Gary Anton Russell and Andy Hiroka. A lot of people will probably edge Gary Anton Russell, of course, including myself. And I feel like with Gary Anton Russell. He should win that fight possibly, but at the same time, Henry Roker, he ain't gonna lay down for Gary Anton Russell at all. Like he definitely not. So I mean, other than this, like matchup wise, this is a solid card fight wise. Like far as entertainment wise, because it's a lot of unknown a little bit on this card, and I think those are the type of cards that kind of make up for good fights in particular, because it's a lot of unknown. There's a lot of situations in between these fights where we don't know what can happen with some of these matchups in particular, as far as the styles and previous action from these guys, etc. You know what I'm saying? But is this a fire card? No, I'm not going to say this is a fire card. This is not a fire card in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this is a decent card. This is a decent card. It's solid. Like similar to like the Shakur shit, man. Like in my opinion, for real, like the Shakur shit. I feel like this card is a fire card. I don't feel like this card is a fire card either. I feel like this is a decent, solid card, but this is not a fire card to me because you got a lot of showcase matchups on this card. You know what I mean? Like if you gear up and you kind of like go with context with both cards in particular from January 31st and February 21st, like you look at this card, there's a lot more unknown. There's a lot of no, like I said before, it's a lot of situations where within these fights, style wise, matchup wise, it's a lot of difference where you can say, like, okay, that might be 50. Frank Sanchez, Richard Torres, maybe 50-50. Gary Anton, Russell, Andy Hiroka, tough fight. We'll say that fight's paid probably 60-40 for Gary. Armando Resendez, Jaime Magia. We don't know how Jaime Magia coming after that fight. Armando Resendez may come in there looking like he on some, on some decent shit after the win with Plant. You know what I'm saying? We don't never know. There's a lot of unknown where motherfuckers can probably say that fight is probably 50-50 in a sense. You know what I mean? So I feel like the cards that make up for good cards in general, like that make up when I like to say a card is fire, I like to say a card is with a whole lot of 50-50 matchups. This card in particular, I feel got more 50-50 matchups than the Shakur and Tio card. Cause I mean, like I said, I feel like wait, no, Bruce Shushu with Shushu, I think he should handle business with Carlo Castro. I feel like Keyshawn should handle business with Jermaine. You know what I'm saying? Even though I think that's still a good ass fight for Keyshawn. I like Jermaine Ortiz with the fight with him with Keyshawn. I love that fight. I feel like this is the fight that definitely gonna make Keyshawn definitely had to get on his shit because Jermaine Ortiz will beat him if he's sitting there playing around with his ass for real. You know what I mean? And like it like Jarrell Miller, Kingsley Bay, like those type of fights, like of course you'll watch that for the heavyweight action. No, the last guys like what I'm saying. We hope that the fights be hard. You know what I'm saying? Be good. You know what I'm saying in particular. But like I said, I don't. A fire card to me is when you got hella 50-50 matchups, and some of these cards that we having that we seeing, we're not getting 50-50 matchups in particular with all of these cards, man. That's just the truth to be told. Like 50-50 matchups with a whole entire card, like that's what I say. That's some fire shit, and we don't get that a lot in boxing. And when we really do a deep breakdown with a lot of these cards that's happening in reality, but we got a lot of action. You know what I'm saying? And, it's definitely staying active amongst the sport. Of course, we got fights this week with Nikita Zoo and Zarafa. That's a big fight at 147 right there. I mean, not at 154 for us those guys. No, I think they thought they at 147. My bad. They in the 147-pound division. Then you got Rocha and Curio too. That's a big fight this Friday coming up as well, man. So those are the two big fights that we had this weekend. There's a lot of matchups coming up. Of course, I told you earlier, Moses Atuma and Jermaine Franklin. That fight is postponed to March 28th. Next week we got Muratalo and Cruz. That's the fight that everybody definitely can't wait for, including myself. That's a decent card for sure. You know what I'm saying? And Flores and Castillo over there on Pro Box this next week. You know what I'm saying? So we got haters, man. Then January 31st, Josh Kelly and Sabakram. Then Adam Azim and Gustavo Limos on that same day. Then William Skoll, he got a fight that same day. Then you got, Zayas and Abbas Baru fighting in Puerto Rico. Then of course, Tio and Shakur on January 31st, man. So there's a lot of action in the month of January, man, for sure, man. A lot of fucking action. And let's go ahead and get into this main topic, bro. What we all here for, obviously, because we got some receipts to show on one of the biggest ducks in recent timing, dog. One of the biggest ducks in my eyes in recent timing. And let's go ahead and start with this first clip of this duckery that we seeing right here. Matter of fact, no, before we get into that, I forgot. I almost forgot. I ain't forgot about him. Let's do this conversation. Since we talking about Shakur and Tio, I gotta do this. We gotta talk about this. 'Cause this is a big topic I wanted to talk about. So let's talk about Keyshawn Davis. He had an interview with The Last Stand with Brian Custer the other day. And I got a couple clips I want to play from that. And let's talk about it and then
When
react
I
to it.
knock Jermaine out January 31st, they're gonna be saying Keyshawn is the next face of boxing. I feel like I'm the best at 135. I feel like I'm the best at 140. I feel like I'm the best at 147. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I want to go to 147 to prove that. I'm gonna be a small guy at 147. I'm gonna be knocking them guys out the same way I was knocking guys out to 35, the same way I'm about to knock Jermaine out at 140. And 2026, I'm gonna be on that pound for pound list. 2026, y'all gonna be looking at Keyshawn like he's about to take over the game. Um, God willing, I'm going to do that. God gave me the ability to say this, you know what I'm saying? And again, I'm 13-0. The entire world know me for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And the entire world been waiting for me. Every time I go on Twitter, bro, somebody's posting something about me. Like the world been waiting for me to come back. And I genuinely feel like when I knock Jermaine out, bro, I genuinely feel like when I knock Jermaine out January 31st, they're gonna be saying Keyshawn is the next face of boxing.
Wow, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, man. So I found it real interesting right there, bro. That Keyshawn, he talking about he the best at 135, 140, like it's real good that he's feeling a lot better mentally for us. gaining confidence back in, within the sport and within himself as well. But it's not a sure thing he gonna stop Jermaine Ortiz. We know Jermaine Ortiz, he's a guy that's a technical boxer out there, of course. And then within the fight with Jermaine Ortiz, we done seen him fight well in fights with Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez and everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said this fight is not gonna be a fight there is gonna be so easy for him. And Keyshawn's going into this fight very confident, believing he gonna stop Jermaine Ortiz in particular in this fight. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't believe it's gonna be that fucking easy though. But other than that, let me run this clip. Now, there's the clip we wanted to get to right here.
I think I will knock Tank out. He's too small, and I can really punch, and I'm smart, bro. I'm super smart, bro. And I just feel like I'm Tank Kryptonite. I really do feel that way. I'm the last person on Tank list. Like I just got that I got a worse mentality than him, and he knows this. Like what people don't realize is I sparred Tank when I was like 16 years old, and we was about to fight outside of the ring. Like Tank already know what kind of mentality I'm coming with. Like I got that shit that he got, but my shit is a little bit worse. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? So like I really honestly think like I'm the last person on Tank list. You know what I'm saying? And if he send me a contract, honestly, bro, for my honest opinion, bro, I think I will knock Tank out. He's too small, and I can really punch, and I'm smart, bro. I'm super smart, bro. And I just feel like I'm Tank Kryptonite. I really do feel that way.
so, so this man, Keyshawn Davis says that he believes that he is Tank Kryptonite and believe that Tank is too small for him and believe that he would knock Tank Davis out, man. Like I find it real funny that he talked about the sparring session too as well within that clip right there where he mentioned talk about that he said the same shit that Frank Morton said. Talk about Tank wanted to fight the motherfucker outside the ring within the sparring session, which I find a little bit ironic that he said that because it's a lot of cap in this game with that for sure. And you already know, man, Mr. Receipts, man. We had to go into archives, man. I remember a lot of things these fighters say when it comes up to shit like this, man. And I like to have these moments to just, expose the lies that some of these guys be saying, man, and just show the hypocrisy in this shit within these guys' lives, man. And I remember a clip like this. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
Keyshawn, I just remembered you sparred Tank as well, right?
Yeah.
When you sparred Tank, what did you learn about yourself when that happened?
I learned that I can hang in there with the elite level. I feel like I can take a punch because he caught me with, well, I remember caught me with two good shots. He caught me with one good hook, and he caught me with one good straight. And knowing Tank, like, you don't know really to expect when you get caught with a good shot. So he told me I could really take a punch. He told me I could box with the best and shit. I feel like Tank, he tested me. He tested my skill in a way where I always had to like stay sharp, watch out for his power, and just be real defensive. Because I'm not really a defensive fighter. Even though I got great defense, I love fighting like Tank does. So he had me fighting a style that I don't usually fight, and I feel like I got better at it. And I capitalized it. And I learned a lot from sparring Tank, man. Shouts out to Tank.
What?
So this is my thing right there. What he said in the clip before on the Last Stand podcast didn't match up what was said in that clip right there. He said the man Tank made him fight differently, had to fight more defensive in a style that he wasn't comfortable in fighting in, and said that he learned a lot from taking the ring and said he hit him with some good shots. That don't sound like a situation where the sparring session got heated to where the the fight went outside the ring in the sparring session to me. Sounded like a lot of bullshit and cat to me in general right there. That's why I say these guys, in these interviews, man, they gotta be thinking about what they say before they say it, man. Because you got a guy like myself, I got a great memory where I literally remember a lot of these interviews. I watch a lot of interviews all the time with fighters all the time, every day. And I remember a lot of shit they be saying from these fighters. I'm on Twitter, I'm on everything, on social media. I see everything these fighters be saying. And for this man Keyshawn to sit up here and lie in 4K, talking about the sparring session, talking about it got so heated to where Tank wanted to fight outside the ring like Frank Martin did, and we seen what happened to him. And then even in particular though, this is what even more pissed me off. What pissed me off even more about this was the fact that this man mentions Tank probably got him last on his list. Last on this list. Like, Tank ain't never reached out to this man to fight in recent time. But, I mean, if you want to look at the whole situation, we know Keyshawn fucked up a lot of shit in 2025. You know what I mean? But just to go down memory lane of that as well, as far as him talking about Tank got Keyshawn last on his list, let's remember what he said last year.
I know that your representative, Ishmael Hinson, has had talks with Al Heyman about this very idea, you and Tank. What can you tell me? What can you update me about that?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I feel like this guy actually does want to fight me. I feel like 2025 will be the year that you will see Davis versus Davis. And like I said, just keep following us, man. Just keep following our careers. You know, my next fight is a big fight coming up for my first world title. So me personally, I still have a lot to prove. But 2025, it should be big for, the businessman.
We've got a couple things on deck for 20.
Sure, I feel like, of course, what he impresses the most with his knockouts. He have unbelievable, undeniable power, I could say. You know what I'm saying? And outside of that, he just, I feel like another good fighter from my perspective. His power shows that, he has that one punch to get you up out of there. But everything else, is something that, I've seen before, I would say. And in terms of me just knowing me who I am, I feel like that, I will give him his best fight yet.
Everybody got a weakness. What do you think is his?
Me. I feel like I'm his weakness. Everything that I do, when I'm coming with, for my press conference, for my weigh-ins, my energy, I'm a younger fighter.
Your size?
My size. I just feel like just me in general, my style, how I fight, I'm his weakness. Sure, I feel like.
Now, right there, that was the clip, obviously, right there saying that Keyshawn, he said that Tank team reached out to him. Tank and PBC reached out to him about fighting. And that clip right there in particular was right before he was about to go and fight Edwin De Los Santos. He had that fight locked in. He was gearing up, getting ready for that fight and everything. Now, we go back in 4K, just thinking about all of that shit that happened with the man Keyshawn Davis, from him missing weight with Edwin De Los Santos, fight canceled, getting his title stripped, and then the whole melee he had in the arena. The boy was trying to play Abdullah Mason cock in the process of that. Like there during that fight week, I'm gonna do content on this tomorrow because Keyshawn got an interview with Hall of Game with Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr., where he speaks about everything that went on. And I'm gonna do content on that for us the show for tomorrow night. But the man Keyshawn Davis said he had a lot going on, in particular, you know what I'm saying, to where he wasn't gonna be able to make weight. The man Keyshawn said he was drinking liquor like Ryan Garcia during fight preparation for Edwin De Los Santos, like Ryan did with Devin Haney. So he knew he wasn't going to make weight from the jump and going into the fight. And he said he wasn't going to push himself to make the weight because he knew he won't make the weight. He knew he was too big for 135. So he didn't even try to make the weight. Didn't even attempt to make the fucking 3-4 pounds. I knew about him missing weight early that morning because I got a call from one of my guys. So in general with Keyshawn, with all of this shit that happened with you, you were probably in line to get a Tank fight if you would have went through that Edwin De Los Santos fight, handle business with him. You were putting yourself in position. But at the same time, with everything how Keyshawn moved with that situation and fucked all of that shit up, in recent time, and you done push yourself back under Shakur Stevenson's armpit to where you allow Shakur to take fights that you should be having before you. You was number one contender for the WBO even after they stripped you from the title at 135. Number one contender at 140. Top rank, they got you the number one contender spot, and you ain't pushed for the fight for T.O. You let Shakur take the fight from you. And that's nasty fucking work. And look at you. You the co-main to Shakur and T.O. now, fighting Jermaine Ortiz. Nasty work. Nasty work in general. And you talk about you last on the list. You if you would have handled business and moved on your own behalf, you could have made yourself your own star instead of trying to be under Shakur's wing. And we got a lot more to talk about that shit. I ain't gonna get more in depth in that shit. But it is nasty work to see that shit in 4K like that for real. Because man, Keyshawn, he up here starting back his cloud chasing. Now he trying to sell his fight with using Tate's name during the month of January going into this fight with Jermaine Ortiz. Like we ain't seen Keyshawn Davis play himself this past year. Like, come on. Like, let's make this make sense. Like, are you shitting me? Like, this is nasty work to see how a lot of these motherfucking people be moving and playing in 4K. Real shit. That is real live shit, bro. Like, so other than that, let's get into the last topic. And let's get into this shit. Because this shit is nasty work right here. And we're going to open the link up for the panel, man, after this topic, after I go through this shit. But this right here, Team Vergil, we've been talking about this in 4K for the past since shit. I want to say the last 4 months. Team Vergil Ortiz don't want no fucking smoke with Boots Ennis, man. They ducking in 4K since this damn face-off, dog. And let's roll the clip on the first dog.
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy New Year, man. I've been busy this week finalizing the Ryan Garcia Barrios fight, and details will be announced on Monday. I'm really excited to be working with PBC and Al Heyman. Look, we have a lot of great matchups to be made as the U.S. top promoters, so I'm looking to keep the fights here in the U.S. In the meantime, Eddie Hearn is begging the media for this Boots and Vergil Ortiz fight. It's so stupid as a promoter to pigeonhole your fighter into one opponent. You lose your negotiating power, which ends up being a lot of lost money for your fighter. Also, every time a manager tries to be a hero and negotiate behind the promoter's back, they lose money for the fighter. And at the same time, violate the Muhammad Ali Act. And you know what? I'm gonna start sending legal letters enforcing this because I'm fucking tired of it. Some managers are just full of shit and I will be exposing them, trust me. Look, Vergil can fight 2 or 3 different guys in mega fights. He's got options. Imagine him with Errol Spence at Dallas Cowboys Stadium or Sebastian Fundora in a mega fight in Vegas. Boots is part of the plan, but it doesn't have to be next. But Eddie, since you're so desperate to make this fight, then let's do this. 60-40 for Vergil and 5% to the winner. Because I'm generous and I'm not moving off those numbers. You're the one who's begging for this fight. So let's go.
Now, bro, like, all right, like, for real, like, let's be really realistic in this shit. Like, how the hell do Oscar De La Hoya says that they got options with Earl Spence and Sebastian Fundora? For one, last time I checked, Sebastian Fundora is about to fight Keith Thurman top of 2025. I mean 2026. My bad. He's about to fight him in the first quarter. Sebastian Fundora, Keith Thurman, first quarter 2026. That's happening next for Sebastian Fundora. So he's out of the loop. And then even by the way, why the hell since you've been the interim champion for the WBC for so long? Why haven't y'all pushed y'all position into getting a fight with Sebastian Fundora in the fucking first place? That's one thing I had a thought in my mind when I seen this clip. Like, damn, they never really pushed their position on to fight the WBC champion. And they've been interim champion for a long damn time now. Kind of ironic in that position. Like, damn, do they really want to fight Sebastian Fundora? Like, I ain't even really that confident in them won that fight, honestly, just looking at how they move and pertaining to that. Because they never pushed a mandatory position for us being the number one contender as the interim champion on Sebastian Fundora being at 154 the last year. They haven't. So that's nasty work in itself. And then to mention Earl Spence. Earl Spence, we don't even know if Earl Spence is coming back. That's being fucking real. And I'm one of the biggest Earl Spence fans. We don't know if Earl Spence is even coming back to boxing. He ain't fought in almost 3 damn years. So we need to make this make sense. Why is y'all clamoring for an Earl Spence fight? Yeah, I seen Earl been making the little cryptic messages and shit on IG story. That's my dog. But he ain't talking about fighting right now. Earl Spence is not on the fucking table for fucking Vergil Ortiz unless they got something in the works that we don't know of. You know what I'm saying? Which is I highly doubt at this moment. You know what I'm saying? But so that's off the table. Vergil Ortiz don't have no fucking many. He don't have many options. Why is y'all trying to big dog this situation with money? Like I said before, when a person, when a team sit out there talking about they want this, they want that, they want this amount of money and all of that shit, that's letting me know that these motherfuckers ain't confident that they can beat this guy. Just like with example, Africa for us, Keyshawn Davis. He ain't 100% confident he can beat Keyshawn Davis. That's why he wanted 2.53 million to fight Keyshawn Davis. Africa and his team ain't confident that they can beat Keyshawn Davis. Similar to Vergil Ortiz with his team for us Boots Ennis. They're not confident that they can beat fucking Boots Ennis. They're not. Because they sitting up here talking money, money, money. From the manager to now the promoter. The promoter talking about they want 60-40. The winner takes 5%. So 55-45 type shit. And just to even furthermore, let's go ahead and play Eddie Hearn.
Oscar, Golden Boy and those guys, they made us a written offer for Boots against Ortiz. 55% for Ortiz and 45% for Ennis. I went back to Golden Boy, this is, I don't know, 4 months ago, whatever it was. And I said, I don't think that's fair. Ortiz isn't a world champion. Ennis is a world champion and unified, but he's moving up, so he no longer has a belt. He sells bucket loads of tickets in Philly. Ortiz is really popular in Texas. I think it's 50-50. We sat in a room with the Zone, me, Oscar, Eric Gomez, Pete, and Jared, right, from the Zone. We all agreed on the deal. And I'll say it because obviously Oscar's, 50-50 and 5% for the winner. Okay? So basically 55-45 to the winner. We all agreed and we left the room.
Now, you check Dave right there. I understand why Eddie Hearn is clamoring for, like, I feel like 50-50 is fair. 50 and the winner takes the 5%, which it makes the winner taking 55%, 45 to the loser. I feel like it is 100% fair due to the fact that if we remember, like Eddie Hearn just said, Vergil Ortiz has never been a real fucking champion. He hasn't. It ain't like Virgil is filling up the stands and he's going crazy every event that he has. He's not even main eventing every fight. He just main evented his first fight in a little while in recent time. Before that, he been on undercards taking money over there with Turkey, just in particular. So I feel like with what Eddie Hearn said, like, yeah, that is fair. And then with them, they want a bigger percentage. The bigger percentage is what's killing this fight. Honestly, it's what's killing this fight. Y'all saying y'all want the best to fight the best and stuff, and then you got Team Virgil over here saying that they got other options when the options that they are mentioning isn't fucking likely right now. That's just the God honest truth. So with that being said, with that shit, you got Oscar doing shit like this.
I mean, it's been 72 hours since I made that video calling out Boots and Eddie. They want the fight so bad. Let's make it. I'm right here. 60-40, 5% to the winner. Let's go for March. I have banger fights lined up for January, February, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Let's get this fight done. The fans want to see it, but guess what? Virgil has other options. So if you want it, call me. I'm Virgil's promoter. Somebody authorized on that side, and I'm sure it's Eddie Hearn, your Boots' promoter. Call me. We'll make the fight. 60-40, 5% to the winner.
You see, they keep clamoring for that 60-45% to the winner type shit. So even if they lost the fight, they getting 55 and Boots getting 45. like come on, like come on, bro. Like what makes them think Virgil is so highly and bigger than Boots Ennis? He's not bigger than Boots Ennis in the sport. And to me, in my eyes, I did a poll asking who was more popular between Boots Ennis and Shakur Stevenson, and majority on the poll said Boots Ennis was more popular than Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur Stevenson, in my eyes, probably may be a little bit more popular than Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz is a name in the sport, but at the same time, he's not bigger than Boots Ennis. He ain't even been a fucking world champion. All he has got is interim titles within the sport. He has never been an actual world champion. For him to sit up here talking this big dog shit, talk about 60-40 this and all of this shit, like it went from Rick Mirigen, which is Oscar De La Hoya. He did diss Rick Mirigen, saying that he fucking shit up in the negotiations. But Oscar, you ain't doing no different. You talking about 60-40 winner takes 5. If you are so confident in beating Virgil, then we have a fight. Y'all outpricing yourself for the fight. Saying I'm waiting on your call. I said you thought you wanted to fight so bad. I don't hear from you tomorrow. We are moving on. Oscar talk about moving on from the fight. And 4K. Like you can't make this shit up, man. And then we got this one.
All right, what's up, guys? As promised, a big announcement today. Ryan Garcia versus Barrios is finalized. It will happen February 21st in Las Vegas. And as you already know, Benavides versus Zurdo is also set for Cinco de Mayo weekend here in Las Vegas. That will be an absolute banger. Now, all that's left to be sorted out for the first quarter of 26 is who Virgil's next opponent will be. I said 3 days ago that I'll sign immediately for a 60-40 fight with Boots with 5% to the winner, which is fucking crazy generous considering Vergil Ortiz has the better resume. Boots is interchangeable with Fundora and Errol Spence. He needs this fight with Virgil far more than we do. But I'm willing to make the fight. Let's do this. Eddie, I haven't heard from you, and if I don't by the end of the day, I'm going to start discussions with other opponents, with Al Heyman and PBC. Oh, and surprise, motherfuckers, Al and I made peace, and we are united now. We literally can put on bangers all year with the rosters we have here in America. So, if anybody has an offer, you better come in fucking guns blazing, because we are committed to making the biggest fights here in America. Have a great day, and I'm headed towards Palm Springs, Acrisure, to support Alexis Rocha and Raul Curiel this Friday on The Zone. Let's go.
Man, you can't make this shit up, man. You really can't make this shit up right there. So he said that they're committed into making the biggest fight. Then why is y'all not committed to making this fight? Because y'all, like I said, y'all don't have that many fucking options. Y'all don't. And with Boost Ennis, it puts him in a sticky situation, and regardless too, because then he got to sit back and see if he can get the winner of Bakram and Josh Kelly to see if he can, go upon with the IBF at 154 if he happens to move on from this duck fucking session from Team Vergil Ortiz Jr. And then, other words, and even with him being the WBA interim champion, it ain't a guarantee that Top Rank, if Xander Zayas gets past Abaz Baru January 31st, that they will let him get a fight with Boots Ennis right then and there after he done unified up. That ain't a guarantee. You know how Top Rank move. Top Rank ain't gonna move their champion like that into a dangerous fight right away like that. I believe Top Rank don't believe he ready for that type of fight yet. They probably was more confident with Vergil Ortiz than Boots Ennis at the moment, honestly. You know what I mean? So it like with Boots not fighting Vergil Ortiz, it's really a real sticky situation on his behalf. Because the other big fights, it ain't a guarantee that he would be able to get those fights in reality. But with Vergil Ortiz, they saying that they got options. They don't have many fucking options. They ain't even never to push for a fight with Fundora in this past year for the WBC, and they're the interim champion. So with that being said, they should be wanting to make this damn fight happen with Boots Ennis, man. And all of this 60-40 talk led them to be on this type of timing to where Oscar De La Hoya in recent time has said, we are moving on. Oscar said they moving on from the Boots fight. That's what we got word within the last 24 hours from Oscar De La Hoya. They so scared of Boots Ennis to where they standing on the 60-40, 5% to the winner split, to where they put an ultimatum, they put a time frame, just like they did with Xander Zayas. They did the same exact shit. They told Xander Zayas if he don't sign the contract that day, within 24 hours, then they moving on. And they absolutely did. And what they do next, they went and fought Erison Lubin. So did they truly want to fight with Xander Zayas 100%? It don't show that. It don't show that. Like, if y'all committed to making the big fights, why are y'all leaving negotiations? And then on top of that, the zone is pressuring y'all. That's why you got your boy, Mr. Oscar De La Hoya. He talking all that PBC and Al Heyman shit, talking about Al Heyman and PBC. We done settled our differences, and we are committed to making bangers throughout this year and making the best fights in America and everything. That's why you got Oscar De La Hoya saying that shit right now. Maybe it's a situation where they looking at it like, shit, fuck the zone. If we can fuck around and get on with Amazon Prime with PBC, maybe we could try to make that happen. Maybe that's the situation Oscar's looking at possibly. Because they looking like they are totally not bothered by the zone threatening them to not re-up their deal on the zone right now. That's what it looked like to me. But at the same time, you got, Oscar De La Hoya, he making fights with other, he making fights with Eddie with other fighters. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you communicating with Eddie to make other fights between both staples, why the fuck we can't get this fight happening? Which is we all know this is one of the biggest fights in boxing for 2026. It makes no sense that this fight is not happening, possibly due to the fact that these guys want a 60-40 split and winner takes 5%. So y'all basically telling this man Boots Ennis to take 40%, and if he wins, he gets an extra 5%. And y'all still got 55%. Y'all still gonna take a great check away, you know what I'm saying, leaving that night. It's because y'all boys not confident that that boy Vergil Ortiz can beat Boots Ennis. That's the reason why. Y'all number is there, and that's why y'all standing on that number. Y'all not that confident in this man can beat Boots Ennis. And this is a pure duck in 4K, one of the biggest ducks. And nobody can't fucking deny this duck at all. Like, even if they tried, you couldn't deny this duck at all. Like, it's nasty work in 4K. Like, super nasty work in 4K right now. And you got these guys saying that they moving on from Boots Ennis to negotiate with who? Who they gonna try to fight? Tim Zoo? Tim Zoo, I think he's trying to campaign at 160 now. He didn't even get a knockout in his last fight. He went all 12 with old boy. Like, who is Vergil going to fight? That's what I wonder. Who is the other options? Errol Spencer's not an option. He's not coming back no time soon. Sebastian Fedora's not an option. He's about to fight Keith Thurman. So who are the other options? Y'all don't have no damn options. And y'all talk about y'all moving on. But in other words, you got your mans right here. This is Rick Merrigan right here. The manager speaks out after Oscar's post. And he says, we are not moving on. We never even participated in this negotiation. And it's our contractual right to, but we will now. So you got Rick Merrigan right here saying that they ain't even participated fully in the negotiations. And that it's their contractual right to do so. And they will definitely do so now. So my question is, this is so crazy, bro. My question is, why can't the manager and the promoter get on one accord? Because it obviously looks like they're not on one accord. Now the only thing they've been on one accord was the numbers. They want the same numbers. They want Vergil to have the better share of the money into this fight. So that's the one thing that they are on one accord. Oscar don't like Rick Merrigan in the negotiations talking crazy and shit and saying this and that. But then he coming on the scene, one no more of the profit, more of the money, in particular, just like Rick Merrigan. He ain't doing no difference from what Rick Merrigan is doing. So I'm just saying in general, like, why is we getting this scary activity, this scary energy from Team Vergil Ortiz Joy over there? Like, we ain't gonna get this fight probably in 2026, dog. And I want Boots to stay at the helmet, honestly. I want him to stay trying to get this fight with him and show even more how much these motherfuckers is ducks. Eddie Hearn and Boots Ennis need to stay at their helmet about this fight, in my opinion. Stay at their damn helmet. Because you got to show even more that these boys are scared and they don't want this damn fight. Vergil hasn't done more than Boots in his career. That's just the truth be told. For them to be saying that they moving on and or they want this percentage or they want that. And they looking at it like, oh, Boots, he done took less to fight Stanionis and shit like that to go into negotiations and shit. Why is making the negotiation so different? So difficult? And then y'all saying y'all got options and y'all don't got no damn options. That's just the fact of the matter, man. Like, it's real lot nasty work to see this shit in 4K, man. A clear A clear Duckin 4K. You ain't gonna get it past. You ain't gonna see no bigger duck than this shit. Like this is real nasty work, and I'm hoping Virgil and them they can come off of being scared because, well, like I said, when you wanted more money in a situation like Africa did with Keyshawn Davis, these guys are not confident that they can beat these guys. That's just the simple fact of the matter, in my opinion. These guys do not be confident that they can beat these guys. That's why they throw out these crazy ass numbers. That's exactly why. The link pinned to the top, man. If y'all want to come on and talk this boxing about these topics, let me read some of these comments real quick. You said Hacker was still he was defending Virgil. Shit, it ain't nothing like even if you a fan of Virgil Ortiz, it's nothing to defend at this point. Like it's absolutely nothing to defend. Like you can't call out and say that you the big dog that you're a bigger name than Boots Ennis because in recent time and we seeing it in 4K like you're not a bigger name than Boots Ennis. You're not. So you can't even say that shit. My boy Shell, he said Boost dug Virgil first at 147 would be hackers argument. Yeah, facts. That's what you see. That's what Team Virgil was out there saying. Like, oh, what happened the 2 years? No, the first two times and shit like that. Like they keep talking about the past. Like when we trying to make the fight happen for 2026. Like nobody don't give a fuck about what happened then. We trying to make this fight happen right now, and y'all bullshitting with it. Like y'all on some scary ass shit. My boy AJ said Oscar knows Boost will beat seven kind of shit out of Virgil. The facts, bro. That's why they upping their price. That's why they price tag is where they at, and they standing on that shit, bro. For real. My boy Shell said Virgil should just retire. Ain't nobody gonna want to see him after this duck. He'll act around and lose like he did when he got a gift against Boychuk and never got a big payday. Hey, real shit, Shell. Real shit. I like that comment right there. Because this the thing. Like, you don't fight Boots Ennis, and then you go into another fight and then you lose to another dude. Then you're gonna be looking crazy. You're gonna be looking crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and like that's the thing. Like, you're gonna be looking wild crazy because everybody gonna believe, have they belief that you never had confidence in beating Boots Ennis. That's just the truth of the matter. You know what I mean? My boy Rob Walker, he said Oscar at the Golden Boy Protection Agency is doing what he did with Mangia, Zapata, Pacheco, Zerto. Let them run up them wins with marginal talent, then sacrifice them for the money. Hey, that is the absolute fact. And I can say that my sis dad, Queen Boxer, she talked about the Virgil, the Golden Boy Protection Program with Oscar De La Hoya a lot of times. And they do like they move cautiously with these fighters, you know what I'm saying? And then when they see it's the time to cash him out, they want to cash him out. And I feel like the way they moving with Virgil is they trying to cash Virgil out because they are not 100% confident in beating Bo Sanders. They trying to cash him out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they doing that with Zerto with David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? You think about how long they kept Zerto away from fucking John Opatar all this time. You know what I mean? But then they want to serve him up and give him to David Benavidez now. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? You see it in 4K. Hamid McGill with Canelo. Got him to a certain no height. You know what I'm saying? And cashed him out with Canelo. Zapata with Shakur. Put him in a situation where he was mandatory. Then there he was number one contender in all the sanctioned bodies that won 35 at one point last year. You know what I'm saying? But then he pushed for his mandatory with Shakur for the WBC at 135 and cashed him out. Got his tail whooped on by Shakur. And Diego Pacheco. You know what I'm saying? Like his time coming soon. He fight Hamza Siraj. They serving him up to him because Diego Pacheco ain't look good in recent times. His last couple fights, he been looking kind of mid. The real shit. And it look like they ready to cash him out with fucking Hamza Siraj. Hamza Siraj is the real deal. That boy can scrap for real. Like, and that's what it looked like with Oscar. Like Oscar, he be protecting some of these fighters, which is, I mean, a lot of. Don't get it twisted. A lot of promotional companies move in this way consciously with a lot of certain fighters in particular situations. Don't get it twisted. It happens with all of them. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna just say Golden Boy the only ones that move that way. Top Rank move that way in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? You'll see PVC in certain ways. You'll see all of them. Matchroom, Queensberry. You know what I'm saying? You'll see all of them make moves in similar ways with certain fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a part of the game, but it's a part. It's real nasty work to see it in 4K with Boots Ennis and Virgil because it's like bro, y'all been talking shit, talking about boosters ducking y'all and all of this shit. And then when they pushing for the fight heavy, shit, y'all ain't on shit. Y'all talking money and shit. Y'all ain't as confident as y'all was beforehand now. My boy Rob Walker, he said Oscar would have gotten Bill Haney on that one. It would have sounded perfect. Thanks. Thanks. The boy Roxy actually said Boost is nowhere close as possible as Shakur. Hey, well, my poll says otherwise, Boxer Hacker. I did a whole poll on my channel. You can go on my post and see it on the community post and see that the community voted for Boost Sanders being more popular than Shakur. So your take is cap. My boy Robert, he said Virgil, his daddy, and Oscar sees their imminent demise versus Boost. This is why they are avoiding this fight. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. The boy Shell said Golden Duck. He said Rob Walker said he sounds nasally like he just took a few lies. Yeah, bro. Nasty work, bro, for from Team Vergil Ortiz, dog. Real shit. 2 L's for Oscar and Ryan and Zerto. That's why he protected Virgil. That's a fact. That's a fact. Virgil damn near, if you think about it, like Virgil, like the last one that he got undefeated as one of his, his top guys. So that is real interesting to see that in 4K for real. Like, it is interesting to think about it in that perspective for real. My boy Thrill Hill said, "What happened to the even split?" Yeah, that's what Eddie Hearn and Boost and them is pushing for. They said that they believe the even split is 105% to the winner, which I feel like that's 100. I feel like Boost and them they should be the ones having 55-45 or 60-40, in my opinion, honestly, because Boost is a bigger name in my opinion than Virgil. That's just me. And personally, then of course he didn't put the leg work. He's a unified, former champion at 147, coming up to 154. And he has the interim title. Virgil has the interim title. He had an interim title for the longest. And you looking at the numbers and stuff and seeing who sold more, between events that they main evented. And Boost been a guy that's been main eventing his last 4 fights. Virgil just had a first main event in the past year. Before that, he was a co-main guy, not even co-main. He was just on the undercard for 2 fights, just getting a check from Turkey Al Sheikh. So I'm just saying in general, bro, like they ain't no big dog in this situation more than Boo Sanders. So I feel like with Eddie Hearn and them, they telling them like, yo, 50-50, 5% to the winner. I feel like that's fucking fair. That's fair as hell. Other than you got Vergil Ortiz and them talk about 60-40, 5% to the winner and all of this shit. Talking about if y'all confident, take the fight and take those odds. Like, bro, that shit nasty word. Like it's damn near on some shit, real shit. It's so bad to where they're making it in the situation to where Boost Ennis ain't gonna have no choice to be like, man, fuck it. I want to get this fight. I want to show this motherfucker. I want to beat this dude ass so bad. I'm gonna fuck around and take the 45 split, 55-45 type shit. To where Boots fuck around and end up taking the shit just cause he wanted to fucking put belt the ass of this dude. And I ain't even mad at him for feeling that way. Like I'm not mad at him for feeling that way at all. Like, and if Boots do take this offer that they offer and talking about the 60-45% to the winner split, or if they do come down on it to where they're doing 55-45, 5% to the winner, to where it'll make it an even split. You know what I'm saying? Like if Boots take that shit, you can't do nothing but fucking salute and and take your hat off to Boots Ennis for this. Because in reality, he don't even got to do that shit. But me personally, I feel like Boots Ennis should press the gas and just go ahead and take these niggas goofy offer and go and pack this motherfucker up and show the world that you really that motherfucking guy that we all fucking believe in. That's no Boots Ennis fans. Because a lot of people ain't confident in Vergil Ortiz beating Boots Ennis. We just want to see the fight. We want to see him with one of them guys. Our boy Zach B, he said, it's not that. Eddie and Boots showed their hand. This is chess, not checkers. Absolutely. Absolutely, brother. My boy AJ said, how many years they need crazy work, bro? Like, for real. Because this shit, like, last year, and even particular, just to even add more context to this situation, too, in reality. Last year, in the fall, before they both fought Lima and fought Lubin, Boots Ennis, they wanted to fight. They wanted to fight Vergil Ortiz last year, but Vergil was coming off a hand injury in his fight with Madrimal. So they was trying to push for the fight, but then Turkey and them wanted the fight to be in Saudi Arabia. Boots in particular, then he don't want to fight in Saudi Arabia. He's comfortable with building his fan base and trying to build his name out in the American market. He don't want to fight in Saudi Arabia. Eddie Hearn was trying to push him to do it. But Vergil Ortiz and them in particular, they said that they didn't want to fight in August. They wanted to fight Boots in October. And this is something that I reported on and talked about on the channel too. If y'all go back and look, I reported and talked about this shit. They was trying to fight Boots in October. But then Boots and them wasn't willing to wait for them. They like, shit, we're going to go ahead and get us a fight in. And then they moved on. And that's when they came about with Lima. But then in the process, Vergil Ortiz and them, they were saying that, we don't want to fight right away. We trying to test out our hand and everything. So we go ahead and go take a fight with, somebody else before we go into the fight with Boots. And then that's when the whole conversation came about that both camps agreed to that they were going to fight each other first quarter of 2026 if they get through their fights that they had. And both guys fought in a 2-week span around each other the end of 2025 in the month of November. Boots fought November 1st. Vergil Ortiz fought November 14th or 15th. So they fought within the 2-week span. So the agreement was these guys to fight top of 2026 to where even you see in the thumbnail where we got this, where Boots showed up to Texas. Showed up to Texas. Vergil calls him in the ring, tells him, to come in the ring. Boots was already in the ring. He walks over to him. They get to, popping their shit. You know what I'm saying? And Boots telling him, I'm going to make you pay. I'm going to make you pay for all of this shit. And Vergil saying, no. You know what I'm saying? What happened the last couple of times? They still talk about the past and everything. So where we going to get, then it comes to the conversation where they're going to get it popping in first quarter 2026. And then after the fight, you got Vergil Ortiz talking about his dream fight is Earl Spence Jr. Wasn't even talking. He's like, oh yeah, I'll fight Earl Spence. Oh, Bud Crawford, or then he say Boots Ennis. He said Boots Ennis third. He didn't even say fucking Boots Ennis first. After this man Boots Ennis was just in the ring, and we talk about Rock getting this shit cracking for top of 2026. Like, let's paint this whole visual, bro, like Picasso. To where you guys fucking even Oscar and them talk about fights with Errol Spence. And then even still to this day in current timing, they still talking about fights with Earl Spence. And now they bringing up Sebastian Fundora when he's been the interim champion for a long time with the WBC at 154, and Vergil Ortiz has not pushed his position not one time to fight Sebastian Fundora or fight the WBC champion. He has not. He continued to take voluntary fight after voluntary fight. He ain't pushing his position to become world champion, and he don't have no options. So that's what I'm saying in general. You looking back at all of this shit in 4K, to me in my eyes, they never wanted to fight Boots Ennis from the beginning. They never wanted to fight Boots Ennis, dog. They've been cloud chasing off of Boots Ennis' name this whole time. They never wanted this fight for real, in my opinion. Unless they end up making this fight happen within the next week or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They are showing me right now Oscar De La Hoya, Team Vergil Ortiz Jr., Vergil Ortiz Jr. himself. They are showing me right now they do not want this fight with Boots Ennis by any means right now. They don't. They never wanted this fight. They was bluffing the whole fucking time. Bluffing the whole time. And I felt like Boots Ennis, I felt like he going to take the offer what they want and back their ass in the corner where they don't have no choice but to fucking fight. That's what I feel Boots Ennis should do. Go ahead and take that 40%, bro, and take that 5% for the winner. That 60-40, that 5% for the winner. Go ahead and take that. Go ahead and take that. Because you know you're going to stop a mud hole in his ass. Go ahead and take that situation, man. So you can go ahead and knock him off, and then you put your status crazy up for top of 2026 to start off with. Then it's looking good for you to go into situations with Bakram and Sebastian Fundora, you know what I'm saying, and Xander Zayas. It's looking even better. That's what I feel Boots should do. I think he should go ahead and take that offer. You know what I'm saying? Keep your foot on their neck. Show these boys that these boys never wanted this fucking fight 100% by taking the offer. That's what I think Boots should do. You know what I mean? Boots took a little low. He took a little low on the money for steady owners. Hey, do the same in this situation, I feel, in my opinion. Just to put your foot on their neck and show these boys they scared as hell. And if they decline, if you taking that 40% or that 40 or that 45%, if they decline, you taking that percentage, you just showing how much a hoes these dudes are. That's why I think 100% Boots Ennis should do, man, for real. I think he should keep their foot on their damn neck. Because these boys do not want no damn smoke for real. My boy AJ said Oscar keeps making excuses, a bunch of shit. Yeah, facts. Facts. Then my boy Ron Rocker said Oscar never pushes the issue. Look how long Zepeda was number one at 135, McGee at 168, etc. They set up a rank and play keep away from the champions unless they are a light touch. That's a fact, bro. That's exactly how they move. Like that's exactly how they move. And shit, soon they set them up into several fights to where they looking good, they stopping shit and everything, they cooking motherfuckers, and then when they get into that real shit, they like shit. We want to get cashed out. We want to get cashed the fuck out. That's exactly what they owe, bro. That's exactly what they be owed, dog. It should be nasty work to see this shit at 4K, man. That's why I had to make sure I definitely had to come through and break this shit down to 4K 100% because we've been watching this scenario for a long time, bro, with these two guys, bro, over the past few months. And we've been seeing this shit transpire into a pure duck, and we seeing it all out 100% now, man. Like, they can't tell me nothing. They better get back to that table and make this damn fight happen. Or this is going to be this is going to be known one of the biggest ducks in boxing history if they don't make this fight happen. No cap. No cap. It's going to show that they never wanted to fight Boots Ennis ever, for real. All of those other two negotiations before all of that shit don't fucking matter. And that in my eyes, it matter about this one right now that's going on. That's just how I personally look at it for real. You know what I mean? In 4K. In 4 fucking K, dog. Real shit. Real shit. But all right, Hager, I was going you came on too late. I'll get with you tomorrow. So all right, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. This is a little pop up live, a little cook up, man. I wanted to cook up on this topic for sure. We will be back live tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Back for Sorry But Not Sorry Boxing Talk Wednesdays, man. Live in the rec, man. We gonna be cooking up. You know what I'm saying? We got some other shit to talk about, got some other content to break down and go through with y'all tomorrow for real. Like a lot of good topics and shit that I done seen before I came on the show, and I ain't want to add this shit onto the show today. But I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. But most definitely, make sure y'all tap in tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry but not sorry, Boxing Talk Wednesday. Y'all watch this on the playback. Make sure y'all hit the like button, hype the video as well. You know what I'm saying? They got 3 hypes a week. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all use them on your boy. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But this was definitely a great show, man. Salute to my brother D1, man, with the Cash App love earlier, man. Gotta support, you know what I'm saying? And, salute to my dog, D1. And make sure y'all subscribe to my brother D1 and Angry White Man Boxing Podcast for sure, too. Those my brothers, man. And be on the lookout. Me and Jack Queen Boxing, we gotta read the room on the way. We gotta read the room on the way, man. Episode 5, great episode. So it's on the way. So be on the lookout for that for sure, man. Me and Jack Queen Boxing. And make sure y'all subscribe to my sister Jack Queen Boxing, man, for sure. And this was another banger, man. Make sure y'all definitely support the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed. And we out of here. We'll see y'all tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry but not sorry, Boxing Talk Wednesdays tomorrow, man. It's gonna be lit.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.